Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hot Corner. My name is Mike, and we're going to do another Clearing the Bases episode. And this is actually episode number 18. In these episodes, I talk about my in-person signings. So I go to local radio shows, podcasts, and meet various sports athletes all over. And I'm going to report back to you, and let you see what I got. But first I wanted to show you this. My brother gave me this. And it's a postcard from the Green City beer release by Other Half. And as you can see, there looks to be some baseball cards on the back. And they did a lot of baseball themed beers. And if you want to stop it and pause it and look at all the breweries that collaborated with them, you can. Now that Other Half is in Philly, it is so much easier for me to get. If you're looking for a delicious beer, you gotta go try out Other Half. They're also in Brooklyn and Washington, D.C. And I'm actually drinking an IPA called Future Stars. And it's a broccoli with a baseball bat. It's an IPA. I just wanted to say cheers to all my friends and thanks for watching and subscribing and leaving comments down below. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. All right. So the first event I went to was a local podcast called Corner Pub Sports. And they did a 2-hour podcast at Nick's Roast Beef in the Northeast. And they had former Philly Steve Jeltz. Now, Steve Jeltz was a shortstop. Wasn't very good. Didn't hit for power. Didn't have a lot of hits either, but was a staple in the Phillies from like 1983 to like the 90s. First thing I got Mr. Jeltz to sign was this 85 postcard that was put out by Tasty Cake. So I've had these for a pretty long time. And then when I was talking to him, I was like, you know, I have a lot of cards for you. I've held on to these since I've been a kid. And he's like, bring them on, brother. So I got a lot of cards signed. I got the 88 score, the 90 upper deck, the 89 tops, the 88 tops, the 86 tops. I believe that's an 87 Fleer. A 1990 Fleer, 87 opening day set. It's kind of like the second set I'm working on, but if I have a player and I need him on that, I usually try to get that signed first. The 89 Donruss. And shout out to Brandon Stebbins for the 90 Donruss, Steve Jeltz. So, very happy to add Steve Jeltz to my collection. He was so awesome for signing all those cards. Usually I go for 3 or 4, but I had a lot and I put it down in front of him and I was like, I have a lot for you to sign. He's like, bring it on, brother. And I'm like, cool, works for me. The next week I went to my local radio show, and that's the Bull Session, which is hosted by Greg Luzinski and PA announcer Dan Baker, and that's at the Hard Rock in Philly. And their guest that week was Brandon Duckworth, who was a pitcher for the Phillies from like 2001 to maybe like 2003. And he had a fan group in the vet called the Duck Pond. And there's these guys with rubber duckies that would just pretend to like float around a pond, dressed as ducks. And I got him to sign, I believe that's a 2001 Topps card with the gold emblem on there. This is like a 2001 Fleer, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really collect cards back then. I believe that's a Topps card of Brandon Duckworth. My buddy Dennis hooked me up with some cards that he had doubles of. I had 2, and then he hooked me up with 2. So then I had this Fleer card. So thanks, Dennis. Always nice to when fellow collectors help you out. And then one other thing I want to show you. I went to that same show this past Monday. And it wasn't hosted by Greg Luzinski because he was in St. Louis with the Phillies, but I was able to get Mr. Tommy Green, pitcher for the Phillies in the 90s. He threw a no-hitter in 1991, I believe, or 1990, one of those years, but got him to sign the 92 Donruss in blue ink, so thank you, Mr. Green. He also signed this 91 or 92 Topps card for me. And then I got him to sign this 90 Fleer card for the Atlanta Braves. Shout out to Adam's Card Closet for his Braves. And the guests on the show that day were 84-year-old pitcher Art Mahaffey, who pitched for the Whiz Kids. So I got him to sign this postcard from the Phillies that they put out in 1983 because he struck out 17 batters in a game. So that's the single season record by the Phillies by a right-hander. Steve Carlton has 16 for the left-hander, but this is the record for the Phillies. So this was actually drawn up by Dick Perez, so very happy to add that to the collection. And then I got Mr. Mahaffey to sign this card or photo from when he played back in the 60s, part of the Whiz Kids. So he was actually like a 3-time All-Star, I believe, but very cool to add that to the collection. And then this photo is pretty cool, especially since not many people are still alive from it. So this is a photo of Shibe Park, and somebody illuminated the park for me. And it's a gray background. And I was able to add Art Mahaffey to it. So I also have Chris Short, Don Money's on there, Terry Harmon's on there, Tony Taylor's on there, Bobby Shantz is on there, and there's one other player. That's 6. So not many more people I'm going to add to this photo because they're not really around anymore. Maybe Larry Boa when I see him. Speaking of Bobby Shantz, he was there as well. He's 96, and he's the oldest living AL MVP. And I got him to sign this Philadelphia Athletics photo where he inscribed it, 1952 AL MVP. So thank you, Mr. Shantz. So awesome that these living legends are local to me and do appearances. Also got him to sign this photo with Roger Maris and Whitey Ford. And I want to say Hector Lopez, Felipe Lopez. Not sure who that guy is. It's a Lopez, I believe. And this was from the New York Post. And they put this photo out after Whitey Ford passed away. But this is from a game in 1960 in September where the Yankees won 4-2. So, very cool photo, especially with all those Yankee legends on there. And then I got Mr. Shantz to sign this photo for me, and he inscribed that 8-time Gold Glove winner. So just a great all-around guy. He puts the inscriptions on there without even asking. And the final thing I wanted to show you guys, because I am a TTM guy, I ordered this from the Hall of Fame. I got the Yogi Berra postcard. You're like, well, big deal, you got the Yogi Berra postcard. But I got it with the stamp of Yogi Berra, and I also had it canceled out. So they did that the first day this was issued, and I bought it on sale because I'm using that stamp a lot in my TTM, so I thought it'd be cool to keep it in my collection as like a memento. Just saying, hey, remember this stamp? It got you a lot of free autographs. All right, guys. Well, that about wraps up this edition of the Hot Corner. Leave a comment below. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're on the way to 250. We're at 226. So things are looking great for another giveaway soon. So thanks for watching, guys. And as always on the Hot Corner, I am out of here. Cheers.
Out of here!